Can you tell us where you were August 15th at 11 p.m.?
Detective, that was 3 weeks ago.
You gonna get yours. And I hope you burn in hell. You first.
So you remember?
I run a Fortune 500 company, so I have a very busy schedule.
Who do we kill first?
Getting out because the WWE from the 12, gets a block, breaks it up, and he is gone. Trying to stay upright, and he trips. Very important people. Oh my God, what the heck?
Let's go! Yes, it's time. It is time. TMI Sports Talk on Tuesday night. That's a lot of T's, boy. Let's see. Y'all better thank God I ain't got that wet mouth, or y'all will think y'all screen is raining if with all them damn T's that I gotta say. But it's Tuesday night and it's time to go. You hear that? Anyway, we about to set it off, man. Look. We got some hell of a topics. I need to talk about the WWE because the WWE is coming up on my favorite event, which is the WWE Royal Rumble. We got to get some predictions for the Royal Rumble from the fellas on the cast. But I want to introduce somebody, y'all. I want to introduce this person, in my opinion, has been on absolute fire to the point where now I asked him to accompany me on TMI Sports Talk every Tuesday night. It's y'all. The person you love to hate, Cowboys fans, none other than my boy, Mr. BGezy. What's up, BGezy? Come on in. What's up, dude?
Yeah. What's going on, Tate? Let's get it.
Man, hey, look, it's time to now we gonna kick that smoke to y'all every Tuesday night. Me and BGezy, we tag teaming on this thing. So what I want BGezy to do first, man, is kind of update us on what's going on in the NFL playoffs, because it's been a lot of great twists and turns that has happened over the past weekend.
Well, we got the Detroit Lions, who have been literally from worse. They're not first yet, but they went from worse to going to a conference championship game. I believe it's been since 1991 since they've had this kind of progress and fire behind them in this season. So they will be playing the 49ers in San Francisco. And then on the other side, we got the Baltimore Ravens with Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, Baltimore is the favorite, Tate, but this is what I'm saying. This is the argument that I've been making. You got Lamar Jackson. You know, everything is lined up for him to make a deeper run, even maybe a Super Bowl. But Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid, how can you bet against them? That man has been to the AFC Conference Championship game every year since he's been in the league.
Let me take you back. Let me take you back a little bit. Probably about 2 shows ago. What's up, King? Probably about 2 shows ago, I said, I went for, I gave a sympathy Super Bowl. I did a sympathy Super Bowl. And I said, you know what, man? I'm going to go ahead and hope that the Cowboys get in this year against the Ravens, right? That was a sympathy Super Bowl. Sympathy. However, please understand the keys that I gave y'all in making those predictions. I said, damn, it's hard to bet against Kansas City. And y'all said, well, they don't have nobody to throw to this year. And I said, I understand that, but it's something about them damn Chiefs in the playoffs that for some reason they get it done. And we went down the lineup. They ain't got this person. They ain't got that person. Patrick Mahomes did this in the regular season, blah, blah, blah. But it's something about these playoffs. And I must be honest. I am scared to death for Baltimore.
I am too, Tate. And I was just about to say that. So a guy at my job today, he said, hey, man, I'm willing to bet the house on Baltimore. And I said, man, listen. Are you sure you're not setting yourself up to be disappointed? Because as an Eagles fan, I know what Andy Reid can do. Andy Reid is probably one of the greatest coaches to ever coach in the NFL. It's debatable. So with that being said, he gonna come out with a plan unlike no other. You're gonna see all the tricks. You're going to see all the throws. You're going to see all the gadgets. And if I was a Baltimore fan, everything is lining up perfectly for us to make a Super Bowl run. Even, you remember the colors that I was telling you about?
Yep.
The red on one side. I got a lot of people saying, oh, it's a conspiracy theory. Baltimore is going to be there. San Francisco is going to be there. But in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, man, them Chiefs might make it.
Them damn Chiefs, man, because I'm going to tell you like this, man. I want Lamar to do it so bad. That is like my second favorite team. I'm a Bears fan to my heart. I told y'all that. But the Baltimore Ravens, man, I just love Lamar Jackson, dude. And I want him to do it because that'll put him on even a higher pedestal after signing that really lucrative contract. Yeah. And the fact that he signed that contract without an agent, I think, or if his mom was his mom, keeping the money in house, I love to see that, dude. So I want him to win this so bad, but I just do not trust the lucky leprechaun-like luck of the Kansas City Chiefs.
Is it luck or is it the quarterback, Tate? Is Patrick Mahomes the Michael Jordan quarterback of this era?
Bro, let me tell you something. That's one of the ones that I gotta say is the quarterback, and I don't dislike Patrick Mahomes. I think he's a phenomenal quarterback. Damn that, I'm gonna just say it like I know it.
Oh.
I want the dark skinned nappy head quarterback to win this year.
Okay.
Damn. I want somebody who look like me to win.
Okay, that's fair.
Shit, not look like the dudes that I used to have to fight in school because that pretty boy shit got on my nerves.
Tate, would you bet? Like, okay, just say you had to place $100 bet. Me and you betting. Like, you my boy, I'm your boy. If you had to bet one way, you betting $100 with BGezy. Who you betting on?
$100 bet, I'm betting Baltimore because losing $100 ain't gonna make me cry like that Bills fan. that dude must have bet his house because that wasn't no regular breakdown, bro. That was somebody that bet the house and it didn't come through, and it was missed by a field goal, right? So let's break that down a little bit.
Okay.
When it comes to the Bills, what happened there? Because I know people saying that you can blame the kicker, but people also saying you can blame the quarterback. Who do you feel like is to blame?
Okay, so here's my thing, right? So we've been watching the NFL for years. anytime that you advance this far, it's probably because of your quarterback.
Okay.
Josh Allen, I think he's a good quarterback. I wouldn't say great yet because they have not really advanced that far, but it was some throws in that game that he probably should have made. Like that one throw with like a minute and something left, and he was on the right track, but he just threw it a little bit short. That's a throw that elite, great championship quarterbacks, they're going to make that throw. That's 7 all day. That's 7 all day. So here is my debate that I was having.
Yeah, wait, real quick. He
Okay.
missed that dude that cut in the middle for the touchdown. He
If
was
he-
wide open.
Wide open.
Wide open. And did he throw that one short or did he throw it to the opposite?
No, it was that one. It was
He
that
threw
one.
it short because it almost got picked off.
Yep.
Okay, gotcha.
It was that one. So here's my quandary. If that kicker makes that field goal, you got a tie game, right?
Right.
You're giving Patrick Mahomes the ball back with 1 minute and 30 plus seconds left. Do you think that the Bills honestly would have won that game with Patrick Mahomes having the ball in his hands, the game on the line?
They'd have won by a field goal.
Bam.
So whether you lost by your miss or you give it to Patrick Mahomes, you'd have lost by 3 points regardless.
So you can't blame the kicker because if you have to depend on your kicker to win a game, okay, regular season game, you want him to win that one, right?
Right.
But this is a chance to have your name up in glory. Do you want to really put that on your kicker's foot?
It depends on the kicker. If I got a consistent, which I believe they had, right?
He was
a solid kicker. So I would have felt pretty confident in putting that in the hands of the kicker at that point to tie the game. However, I also feel like you should have been more aggressive and not look for the 3 points and go ahead and put them away with the 7, because that would have gave Patrick Mahomes you would have had a must have a touchdown situation, and that makes it much harder. Not saying that he can't do it, but you're asking me, can Patrick Mahomes get you within the 30 or can he get you in the end zone? So getting within the 30 is easy for him. That's nothing.
right.
But now
He just with his eyes closed.
getting into that touchdown with time on your back and people knowing where you got to go, it's a little bit more difficult. So I would have definitely been more aggressive and went for the touchdown.
And so I've been watching a lot of sports, shows throughout the week, and they're saying that he's getting a lot of flack for how he played. And I think that Josh Allen, it was set up for them to win that game. It was set up for them to win. You had that final drive. You had all that. He's just not probably who we think he is, because at the most important moments, he will become inconsistent. He'll throw an interception. He'll throw an incomplete pass. He'll throw a pass that, where was he throwing? Who was that guy? He'll do that. So I think that this is not the end all be all to him, but for right now, and I hate to say this, Tate, I hate to say this, you might debate with me, you know me. I think that organization cursed.
The Bills?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say they're not. I'm not gonna say they're not.
Tate agreeing with me.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say they're not, because you can tell, man, that dude just knew that this was their year. I gotta go back to that fan, dog. I've never seen a man break down like that on TV about a game, about a football game that was lost. I wish I had the video to show y'all what I'm talking about, but everybody saw it, I'm sure.
Yeah.
That dude,
I was embarrassed.
He cried like he was 4. So I'm gonna say, man, I feel bad for the Bills, because I really thought that this was gonna be somewhat their year. But look, man, at the end of the day, from top to bottom got to be organized. It got to be there. And then we already know you need some luck on top of that. So therefore, it just wasn't y'all year, man. Go back to the drawing board. I'm gonna say out of the teams that's left, I'm most confident in Baltimore. The only thing is, if a team designed a defense that you can't stop Lamar, but can stop one element of his game. My concern is the defense going to hold up on their end and not allow the other team to score so many points? Now, they did it with the last game because the team, who the hell did they play?
The Texans.
The Texans didn't. I mean, they held them like hell. Did they score in the second half? They only scored one touchdown in the second half, right?
They scored off a punt return. That was the only offensive touchdown.
So the defense held up for the most part. Again, that's Houston, though. That's Houston.
You got Patrick Mahomes coming in town, the reigning Super Bowl champion. He's not CJ Stroud.
Right.
He know how to make the throws. He know how to make the reads. And as good as Stroud is, Tate, you could see at certain moments he's a rookie.
Right.
He was doing rookie things. That pressure was getting to him. He wasn't taking off running. Patrick Mahomes going to take off on you. Patrick Mahomes going to make plays with his feet. Patrick Mahomes been in them situations. And I do want Baltimore to win. I'm like you. I do want to see Lamar Jackson hoisting that trophy. I'm just worried. And I don't have a dog in this race because I'm an Eagles fan, but I'm worried because I saw what he did to us in the Super Bowl. And, man, it's hard to bet against him.
So I want to say this. I stirred the pot. I'm trying to turn my volume down so I can stop echoing too. I stirred the pot.
Come on.
So therefore, as a Philly fan, are y'all kicking the shit out y'all self for ever letting Andy Reid go? How many conference championships and Super Bowls have they been to since he has left Philly?
I want to say, okay, since he's left, we've been to
not y'all, him.
Oh, wow. Probably like 5.
Gotta be kicking y'allself, BGezy. When we lost Lovie Smith, damn it, I was hurt. I know y'all kicking the hell out y'allself for Andy Reid.
You know what, though? Here's the thing. At the time that he got let go, he was dealing with a lot of personal trauma. I think he had just lost one of his sons. Mm-hmm. And then it was some turmoil and strife going on within the organization. He had a consistent year of making the playoffs, but never getting us over the hump. So it was almost like, to me, he will always be an Eagle.
Right.
Because he did things. He was the only coach that was willing to give Mike Vick a chance.
Hey, BGezy, you said he couldn't get y'all over the hump. My question is, are y'all the damn hump?
Well, Frank Wright came in and won the Super Bowl. I think you give him another year or two. Andy Reid is probably bing, bing, bing. He would have always. I'm disappointed that they let him go, Tate, because he's a hell of a coach.
Yeah,
he's a Hall of Fame, hell of a coach. Yeah, but you know what though? Sometimes the shoe look better on another person's foot.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this. That just goes to show you, and this is dedicated to the single women out there. That because he wasn't no good man to you, don't mean he ain't gonna be no good man to another woman.
That's it.
It's all about the package. So, in saying that, dude, man, I'm excited for this upcoming conference championships. BGezy, speaking of $100, now it's in your hands. Who you going for? Who's coming out? Each side.
Tate, I'm sorry, I'm a conspiracy theorist. I'm going with them colors, bro. And if they make it, I'm gonna need you. We gonna have to talk about them colors next week.
Bro, but you know what they'll do? Anytime somebody catch them up on their conspiracy theory or whatever the hell, they switch it. So you got to watch for the switch. And it might be, that switch might be Detroit. That switch might be Detroit. Think of the storyline, bro. Ain't been there since how long?
They ain't been in the playoffs like that since the 90s. I think they didn't have a Super Bowl like conference championship thing was like in the 60s or the 70s or something like that.
Now let me ask you this question. Which city need more of a financial burst or boost? Detroit. What does the Super Bowl do for a city? Going to the Super Bowl. Not saying that the Super Bowl gonna be in that city. However, if that team go to the Super Bowl, what does that do for its economy?
Man, that city right there, that's like 2 shots in the arm, 1 in each arm. Boost it up, you're going. They got stars in the city. How the revenue is going to go up, the merch is going to go up, everything. I think that it would be good. I think that it would be great. I'm not betting against San Francisco though. It's a nice story.
Here's a TMI surprise.
Okay.
I'm going for Detroit, Baltimore Super Bowl. Fuck the 49ers.
Okay. And you know what? I would love to see that Super Bowl.
Detroit. I'm standing on it. Detroit.
Oh, you standing on business?
Super Bowl. I'm standing on it.
You standing on business on that pick?
Standing on it. That's right.
Okay.
Now, who bold enough to pick Detroit to go to the Super Bowl?
Hey.
Me. That's who.
Hey, salute you, my guy.
And I'm gonna be rooting hard because 49ers. Whatever.
You know what? I wouldn't even be mad at Detroit. My brother-in-law, God bless his, rest his heart, bless his soul. He died in '98. He was from Detroit. He was Detroit everything. Wolverines, the hockey team, the football team, the Pistons. He was Detroit everything. And we said that we watched Barry Sanders, all the great players they had during that era, and they never won anything. So anytime I think of Detroit, I think about him, and I would love to see them do it, but I'm a realist.
Right.
So I'm looking at the Niners and the Ravens.
Niners and Ravens. Yeah, see, that's such a, let me tell you something. That's such an easy pick this year, right?
It is.
And from the betting odds and all of that, them bookies, and if everybody want to say shit is fixed, what better way to throw off the betting odds than to put Detroit? Because KC or Baltimore, it really don't matter.
No.
It really don't matter.
Nope.
But if you put you put Detroit in the Super Bowl this year, that's throwing everybody off. Now, I don't mean to switch sports on you, but remember when they screwed everybody up because it was Miami that made the finals instead of Milwaukee and those other teams, the Celtics?
Yep.
Do not go to sleep on this. Yes, they put the colors. They could lure y'all ass with them saying, yeah, you see they done slipped up. Yeah, they done slipped up. They put the colors for the Super Bowl. So, and then everybody get the betting that way. And here come old Detroit. Maybe by a field goal. That's what I'm gonna call BGezy. Detroit by a field goal.
So that's your heart. That's your heart talking, or would you bet that way?
I'm gonna bet that way.
Ooh.
And I'm talking about one of them heartbreaking field goals, whether they kick it or it's being kicked against them. There's gonna be a heartbreaking field goal that sent Detroit to the Super Bowl. Now, when it happens, I want y'all to take y'all ass back to the replay of this show.
Okay.
and press play several times so we can get the views up and hit subscribe so you won't miss no other bold ass predictions that I'm going to put out there. However, it's going down that way. That's the way I'm going to call it. Okay. It's too easy to say San Francisco and Baltimore. It's too easy. And I've yet to see where, hell, even when they wanted the finals, and I'm switching sports, when they wanted the finals to be LeBron versus Kobe, what happened? Dwight Howard happened. Yep. So trust me, something is going to happen. This shit ain't going to be as smooth and as cake as folks think it is. Okay. But I still got Lamar Jackson standing up there accepting the MVP as well as the championship trophy at the end of the day. And there it is. That's what I'm talking about. Right. Now, we got another big event coming up because I don't care what nobody say. This is the biggest event because it always happens around my birthday. Happy birthday to Natasha, the director. And my birthday was Sunday. Happy birthday to myself as well. Now, in saying that, I used to always ask mama and dad, they say, what you want for your birthday? I said, I want a cake, which my daddy used to always go get the nasty ass cake and not the cake without it. It was the damn cake with that brown. First of all, it was whipped cream, BGezy. Ooh. And then it had that brown coconut around the side of it. And it had them big ass whipped cream flower, like they look like tulips. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. And then for some reason, because they used to get the fresh fruit in the middle, but that would always make the cake wet. That ain't no kids' cake. So I used to ask them, all I want is some cake, ice cream, pizza, and the Royal Rumble. Mom and Dad, I just want y'all to order the Royal. You don't want none of your cousins come over? You don't want them part? No. I want the Royal Rumble. Why do this event hold such significance with me? I'm a wrestling fan. Been a wrestling fan since I was 4 years old. I was flipping through the channels one day, and all of a sudden, I seen a big-ass dude and some tight-ass draws, and that is no homo and pause, all that. But as a kid, when you see that, you like, what's going on here? And from that time, because this how old they go back, BGezy. Wrestling used to put on wrestling matches in between the car commercials. In between the car commercial, they showing a bunch of car commercials. Like, God, dog, all these car commercials. And then they'll put a wrestling match on. So wrestling was like the commercial to the car commercials. Right. So in saying that, I've been a wrestling fan since 4 years old. Royal Rumble is my event because at the Royal Rumble, you get to see pretty much every wrestler on the roster, as well as some surprise comebacks. So in saying that, we got the 2024 Royal Rumble, and I want to hit the main event first. Okay, let's go. I want to hit, of course, it's Roman Reigns, the head of the table, versus AJ Styles, versus Randy Orton, versus LA Knight. Now, this is for the championship. And I got to say this. I really think, from a storyline perspective, Roman is going to drop the belt here. Ooh. But to who? To who? Now, I'm going to say this. I think that Roman is going to drop the belt. Unfortunately, to that hack job, LA Knight. But I then think Damian Priest is going to cash in his money in the bank and ruin that. So let's see how good I am at that prediction. That's the main event. And the reason why I think that it's going to go down that way with Roman losing the belt is because they got to set up him versus The Rock at WrestleMania. And him versus The Rock at WrestleMania do not need the Universal title because they're fighting for Family Pride, the head of the table, who's the GOAT in that family. So they don't need that the drama of the Rock don't need a belt. And you can put that belt on somebody else for them to fight it out. Right?
The belt would make it sweeter, Tate. The belt would make it sweeter, though.
No, because from a storyline perspective, from a company's perspective, you're eliminating a possible another big match by putting that belt on the line with them two big ones. Those two, The Rock and Roman, are big enough to fight without a belt, but then you can slide in a match like Cody Rhodes versus CM Punk for the championship. That just made that match more significant. You can do a three-way. Since I said Damian Priest was going to win the title, you can do Damian Priest versus CM Punk versus Cody
Rhodes. Yeah.
See, that's a whole nother main event, because remember, WrestleMania is 2 nights.
Right.
So in 2 nights, you got to have 2 huge main events. Night 2, hands down, going to be Roman Rock. But night 1, the main event got to be for the Universal title.
Okay.
The world title with Seth Rollins. Seth is injured. So I'm going to say this. I'm going to say somehow Gunther is going to grab that title from Seth Rollins. And it may be at the Royal Rumble. I believe he's fighting Gunther at the Royal Rumble.
Okay.
Now, if you do Seth, that world title, Gunther has it now. Again, you can go triple threat. Gunther versus CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes, yeah.
So in saying that, somebody got to win the damn Royal Rumble. Now, the Royal Rumble, on the other hand, who's going to come out on top? Who would benefit more winning this Royal Rumble?
So I was talking to some of my sources.
Let's go.
The show, and my youngest son is a big wrestling fan, and so I told him, I said, "Hey, you know, who you think? Give me your prediction. Who you think?" He said that the way the WWE is going right now, it's like they're grooming Cody Rhodes to be in the spotlight to have that heavyweight championship. So I'm going to say, based on my source, I wouldn't be surprised if Cody Rhodes got that one at WWE Royal Rumble match.
Well, let me tell you something. We got a visitor in the building that I know gonna have a lot to say about this, because we talk about it all the damn time. My fellow NCWO brother is in the house. That's right. We are the new comedy world order. None other than Mr. Thomas J. What's up, dog?
What's going on, fellas? What's happening? What's happening?
Dude, you know we talking that WWE, that wrestling shit.
Yeah.
And yes, three-way pause. Yeah, dog.
Yeah. I saw that. I'm like, whoa, hold on now. What are we talking
Oh,
about?
I said something much worse than that. God, dog.
Pornhub, or what are we saying?
So Thomas J.
Yes, sir.
Let's take it slow. Main event first. Main event for Rumble is Roman Reigns versus Randy Orton, LA Knight, and AJ Styles in a fatal 4-way match.
Yes.
How are you predicting the outcome of that match?
It's gonna be sorry, let me get on my first of all, let me you introduced me in. I didn't do that. Gotta put kids in there. Thomas love the kids.
Are we on the Midnight Soul with Thomas J? What the...
No, you don't have that voice. That voice is a little bit deep.
That voice.
Yeah, that's that voice. But no, I'm not that. I ain't made that. That's not me there today. That match is gonna be a cluster. It's gonna go several different ways before we have a clear winner. I truly believe that I have my thoughts on how they should do this, and they will get the biggest bang for their buck. I'm gonna go ahead and lay it out real quick. So
lay it out.
If WWE play this right, and Roman does drop, because he has nothing else to prove. He don't have to go and do Hogan's, because he'll be champ until next year, and nobody wants to see that. He needs to leave because. So people are saying how. I'll get to that in a second. Roman drops the belt. The only two people that can pick it up would be AJ Styles, but then he would have to lose it that following night, either on Raw or that Friday on SmackDown. He would lose it to Randy. Randy is going to carry it into WrestleMania. Now, here's the thing. You got Cody, who used to be, Randy groomed him. He brought him up in Legacy. They tagged, they had a faction together. That would be the perfect story for Cody. Not this one with Roman that they tried to force down our throat. It would be perfect. You get what I'm putting down now, BG. There will be a perfect story for him to end because now there's mentor versus mentee for a belt that Cody's family has been chasing the entire career. That's how you end that. And then you have Roman versus Rock for the head of the table.
So you got Cody versus Randy,
yes,
night one, main event for the belt, for the Universal. And then you have night 2, Roman versus Rock.
Yep.
All right.
You know how much money and how much viewership they're going to get if they, because those are two big, humongous main events. Seth ain't going to make it. Let's go ahead and just put it out there. Seth has a legit, that's, if you think back, that's the same. It's not as bad as it was, but remember when he did that powerbomb to Kane off of that top rope at a dark match and he messed up his leg? That's the same knee, bro. That's the same knee. And he was out for those months. So if it's not the same knee, it's the other damn leg. But he had the same injury when he powerbombed Kane in a dark match a few years back.
Oh, and when his knee buckled?
Yeah. So he can't play around with those meniscus or he can't play around with those type of tears and stuff like that. So I think it would be in WWE's best interest because I know I don't think Gunther is ready for, I'm just going to be honest. I don't think he's ready for that just yet. He's right there, but he's got to drop that IC belt first.
So let me ask you this. Why in the hell is Gunther all of a sudden why in the hell can Gunther talk now? Remember that bastard couldn't talk? Or he had a deep accent where nobody couldn't understand. Why all of a sudden?
Because he was Walter. That's why, because he was Walter.
I like, now, Gunther or Walter? Which one did you like?
Walter. Walter was vicious.
Man, I love
Walter. Did not play with them in NXT. He was hurting them folks. He was breaking them cats in half. But he was also big as hell too. But
at that time,
nevertheless, I digress. Seth can't do WrestleMania. I know he wants to, but let's just call a spade a spade. If Seth goes to WrestleMania and he fights Gunther, as safe as Gunther can try to be, you already got tears in that in both of those ligaments.
But they're at Rumble. They at Rumble already, right? I thought Seth and Gunther is at Rumble.
No, Gunther wants WrestleMania.
Bro, I thought they announced last night. Did you see last night?
I saw last night, yeah. Well, he came out and he was talking because Seth was saying, he said, I'm going. He said he started talking and then Imperium came out and interrupted him.
Right.
And Seth said, I wish you and your guys would have gave me a second so I can finish it. And he said, I'm going to be a fighting champion. I said, I'm going to take this belt into WrestleMania. And then Gunther was like, hey, man, you know what? Because Gunther was actually praising him like, hey, man, you've been a fighting champion. I got respect for you, blah, 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 blah. I'm kind of sad that you not going to be able to make it to WrestleMania. And that's when Seth said, no, I'm going to make it to WrestleMania. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. So he's trying to get him at Mania, which he ain't going to be able to make it.
No, I don't think Gunther and Seth will be a great WrestleMania match.
It's not. Seth, I mean,
I got questions though. First of all, let me throw this in there. I thought Walter was way better, and here's the reason why. I'm dumb.
Yeah.
BGezy, I'm dumb, bro. How the hell you gonna come up with that plain ass name and make it cool? Like, how you go to the office and say, what we got to come up with a name, Walter?
I think that's his real name. I don't know. I think that's his real name.
Still, Shawn Michaels is Michael Hickenbottom, but he couldn't take that shit into the office.
That's true. You got a point.
How you gonna go in the office, Walter or I'm gonna chop your chest off. Whoever the hell is creative. So Thomas J, you said of course you said Randy and Cody. And I think that is a phenomenal main event.
Because they can
but
be.
Here's my question.
Yes.
What do you do with the likes? I'm gonna name one name. I'm not gonna throw a bunch, but I got a bunch. What do you do with the likes of LA Knight?
Easy. Go after the US title. That's gonna be his first belt.
Lower level title. What up, Marinette?
That's gonna be his first. That's gonna be his first title. He can't just go right into the heavyweight. I'm sorry. I mean,
they need to bring back the 24/7 title and give it to his sorry ass. In my opinion, let him run around with the hornswoggle them.
Yeah, no, he too popular for that now. But he definitely can get the U.S. title, hold it until SummerSlam, and then going into the latter part of the year. Now he can start actually because he's had his attempt at the Universal title, and thanks to the bloodline, it didn't go through. So give him a belt so he can have a belt so he can start that momentum going.
Makes sense.
Because he's not gonna get the Intercontinental belt. Or they can give him that. I don't know, but that'll be too much. So I think him going after the US, because Kevin Owens ain't gonna win it from Logan Paul. As much as everybody think he is, he not.
I'm finna say this. KO,
he's past his time with me.
Better off going to TNA right now. I'm sorry.
Absolutely agree.
But Kevin Owens is never gonna climb that mountain again.
Yep.
I'm sorry they gave him the hottest finisher.
You man, she agree with me.
Marinette agree with you.
Yep, she said they're not gonna put a major belt on him. He needs a lower level belt. Yeah, give him that US title, let him do his thing with that.
Take that goofy ass name from him.
What they gonna call him?
Rather him keep
last night.
What's the other one?
Who?
What was his other name?
Oh, something Dupree, I think it was.
No. Not in WWE. In TNA.
Oh, I don't remember.
Hold on, it was the same beat. It was the same click. Eli Drake.
There you go. Yeah.
I would have rather for him to keep Eli Drake. That LA Knight shit, every time they say LA Knight, I think of David Hasselhoff, I swear to God.
Wow.
And I ain't talking about the young David Hasselhoff. I'm talking about the old one in the draws.
Wow.
Baywatch.
Wow.
Every time they say LA Knight, I think of that bastard. Please get rid of that. That name is too greaseball-y.
It's it goes along with that cheesy ass music.
It does, and they need to get rid of that shit.
That
too.
music, his music, So here's the thing. This is just my opinion. And Marinette, I know you're out there watching, dear. Let me know what you think.
Baywatch Nights.
I'm thinking.
No, he not. They about the same level. Him and Dupree ass.
So here's the thing. LA Knight is a classic case of they were repackaging this dude. They're going to push him either to NXT or he's about to be a jobber, but he caught fire. Look at his graphics. Look at his intro, his entrance music. Both of them generic as hell. You can get those on 2K.
They did that shit on a Casio keyboard.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's the 80s goddamn theme. It's terrible.
Hey, they say, hey, you know how you take the Casio keyboard and put it to your mouth? They say, say LA Knight, LA Knight. Then you push the button.
Hey, matter of fact, I think I got one of those effects over here. No, I'm not even gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it.
And that's what pissed me off, Marinette, that knockoff. And I'm not gonna get into the hate. We had a We Hate LA Knight show.
No, you did, but I ain't gonna say nothing.
We hate that. Us has hated LA Knight. Look, all us
the
together.
whole episode was terrible.
But that I think that's the problem. He said that whole episode was terrible.
It was terrible.
That's the problem that I have as far as if you're gonna bite Austin, Rock, and all them, upgrade it to.
Hey, Mr. Hold on, wait a minute. Mr. Blunt got to go. He said LA Knight solving 3 a.m. beach crimes. That's funny as hell, right?
Hey, if LA Knight gonna jack their persona, jack it and make it cooler.
Yeah,
Like
you
Jack
can't,
can make it for modern times.
You can't. It's not
His
possible.
shit, it's like he took Stone Cold and The Rock and threw their ass back in the 80s.
Yeah,
that ain't cool.
His clothes don't even match. It's just weird. He just got all these different colors.
Yes,
and
and bucking your eyes when you're trying to impersonate an African American personality ain't the brightest idea, LA Knight. I'm just saying. And only certain white wrestlers got away with jacking black styles. Dusty Rhodes was one of them.
Yeah, because Dusty was black.
Of course, Ric Flair, the African American community adopted Ric Flair.
Yep.
And he get on my nerves,
Adopted him.
whatever.
Hulk Hogan, who jacked superstar Billy Graham.
Yep.
Who jacked black wrestlers for their persona.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, it's like LA Knight, dude, there's nothing about you that say seasoning or soul. Leave it alone.
He's gonna be a
Miz, I agree.
He's gonna be a great value version of the Miz.
Not great value.
Because the Miz was getting that Intercontinental belt a lot before he even got the heavyweight belt. That's why he's an 8-time Intercontinental champion, because they weren't convinced that he could do that. So Cena was like, "No, bring him on. Let's do it. Let's see what he got." One thing
you're not gonna do, Thomas J. I gotta interrupt you, brother.
Go ahead.
And it's only because we're not in person, because Thomas J is strong as a goddamn beast, and he will drop the 225 on my chest on purpose. However, you're not gonna sit on this show and marionette. You better not say nothing either and disrespect the Miz. The Miz is the GOAT.
What? The GOAT?
He looks like a GOAT.
The Miz is a GOAT. Let me tell you why Miz is the GOAT.
Wait. Before you get into that, let me just go ahead and put my disclaimer. I don't hate the Miz. I'm just trying to put you give you like a snapshot of what LA Knight is going to wind up doing. Because remember, there was a point in time, even he said in his promos, they didn't believe in him. That's why he was getting treated so bad. They didn't believe in him. And then finally, I think it was John Cena that was like, yo, he got mic skills. He's decent in the ring. That's why he beat him at WrestleMania. That's how he got that belt. But go ahead.
So let me stretch my legs on this real quick, because Thomas J is still disrespecting the Miz. Look at it.
Wow.
The Miz is the GOAT because look at how Miz look. Is that typical of a wrestler that has accomplished the things Miz has accomplished?
You mean body-wise and stuff like that?
Body-wise, face-wise.
Nope.
Also, he is not the best wrestler in the world at all. He has a certain set of move sets, and he mastered them. He stole a couple of them, but then he mastered
several. Yep.
Also, Miz, he was an impersonator of a wrestler on the real world. How often do they freaking make it when they're impersonating wrestling before they get there?
Oh, wow.
Damian Sandow. Sorry, my bad.
So now, the Miz married one of the baddest.
Nah, I'm gonna disagree on that one, but go ahead. I'll let you have that.
The Miz married one. Think about the Miz. Think about the Miz. We're talking about the Miz. We're not talking about Brock Lesnar. We're not talking about nobody like that. The Miz, bro. The Miz pulled that.
Oh yeah, he pulled. Yeah, he definitely pulled her. But I mean, she wasn't the baddest in the. Well,
at that time. At that time,
yeah, she was at the time. Yeah, she was.
Shit, in that batch, you had Tori, right?
Yeah.
You probably had. I don't even
Stacey
count.
Keebler, I think it was.
I don't. I count that batch. I don't count the Trish Stratus. I don't count that batch. And then Lita and them. They was even before them, in my opinion.
Hey man, give me Mickie James. I'm sorry.
Mickie James is she with what's called, right? That her husband is the SmackDown GM.
Oh, word.
Yes, that's Mickie James' husband, real life husband is the SmackDown GM.
Okay. Well, I mean, she might be on her way back.
So I think she's gonna show up for Rumble. But in my opinion, during that little batch of people, Tori and Stacy and them, Miz is the world heavyweight champion.
Yeah, he got him a good one. I'm looking at on. Yeah, I'm looking at him.
Yeah, Miz wasn't supposed to do that. Not the Miz, dog.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't.
So that's the only thing I'm saying. And the reason why I'm insulted that you say LA Knight and Miz, I don't think you should mention the two in the same breath, because Miz ain't that damn cheesy.
He was at first. I'm talking about how they are paralleling. You know, when Miz first got there, well, even when Miz started to climb a little bit, he was cheesy because he was doing the whole mimicking thing. Remember, he had that situation with Daniel Bryan. He was mimicking his move sets and everything like that.
Right.
So, but he was making his known that he was doing it. It was part of his gimmick at that time. LA Knight is not doing that, but he's still cheesy. I hate listening to him cut promos. I only do it to mess with you.
The LA Knight thing?
Yeah. Let me talk to you. I mean, I do that just to make you upset. But I mean, I see him going on that path.
I don't mean to interrupt you.
No, go ahead.
But whenever he say, "Let me talk to you," you know how people turn the channel? I just take the remote and throw it into the damn TV whenever I catch it.
Wow.
You bastard. I hate that.
Let me talk to you.
Cheesy. It's too cheesy.
It is, you know.
But my fault, bro. Go ahead, continue.
No. I mean, I just feel like that's the direction, that's the trajectory his career is going to go. He's going to get a mid-level title, and depending on how much he brings to it, will depend on not if he's going to get a heavyweight title shot again. They'll give him a belt.
I'm gonna talk about some stuff that always happens in the NBA when they compare errors, not errors like you fuck up, but errors. That's cool. Errors. Am I saying the shit right, Marinette?
That's all right. We don't talk about
error. And I want to say, do we have a more dumber crowd for wrestling now if they're cheering for cheesy shit like LA Knight? Because LA Knight wouldn't have never flew in the Attitude Era. Not the name, not the likeness, not the and because again, I go back to LA Knight ass was still, he was around and wrestling when them dudes was doing it. So we know that shit wouldn't have flew in the Attitude Era. So we have
I think he was with WWE during the Attitude Era. I think he was with WWE because he's been with them for a while, doing backstage stuff, promos and stuff like that, and you know, if you go back and look, he's been like security and shit like that. He's been he's been around, just like Charlotte, just like Sasha. They've always been around.
Well, why Charlotte ain't got no hips then?
Because she built like Superman for the animated series.
Charlotte put on wrestling trunks. I said, "You are your daddy's child."
Absolutely, yeah. She built like a triangle from her hips down to her waist. She built like a triangle.
Hey, I'm laughing at Marinette. Marinette said, "I said it before. Look how long it took for what to stick." And even The Rock had his cheesy bits. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with her when she say The Rock. They just got to do better with his creative skills. I agree with her when she say The Rock, because The Rock, it took a minute, because you talk about cheesy at the beginning. This mother had a little curl. Yeah. And
shirts on. Yeah.
Oh, it was horrible. And that look, that look native shit. But
him and Jericho, but he caught fire, of course, when he was fighting with Austin. But him and Jericho is what actually showed The Rock's mic skills.
Yes,
because Jericho was, at the time, you couldn't touch him on the mic. Between him and The Rock going after Stephanie and then talking about each other,
oh my god,
couldn't nobody touch them,
bro. They couldn't get away with that nowadays.
Oh hell,
calling that woman a hoe and a slut on the damn. But I want to say this. Yeah, The Rock, I agree with her, but that caught on fast
because it was stupid.
Yes,
it was during the time when it like Stone Cold was at the corporation, some shit like that.
Yeah,
and
which Stone Cold was funny as hell as that type of heel.
My favorite wrestler,
him and Kurt Angle.
Yes, man. When that dude was singing to Vince McMahon playing that damn guitar, hilarious.
Yeah, they had some
hilarious. But Thomas J, I want to ask you this, because we're gonna get into some fourth quarter news pretty soon.
Yeah.
I want to ask you this: predictions for the Royal Rumble. Give me your predictions. You gave me the main event already. Let's go to the Mania, to the Rumble match. Who's coming out of that thing? Who's winning?
Women, I'm gonna stick with my guns. Bailey. Bailey's a dark horse.
Man, I like Bailey. Bailey funny.
Everybody gonna show up because here's the thing: Bailey has to show up because she has to win it because she's getting pushed out of damage control.
Yeah,
slowly but surely. Now, here's the turning point on that. If Trinity or Sasha shows up at the Rumble, they're gonna partner back up with her, and they're gonna go out to damage control down either like Survivor Series or Elimination Chamber, one of those two matches, or maybe Mania. Because remember, her and Sasha had the belts.
Right.
So,
if they bring Trinity and Sasha back, that's gonna be crazy. At the same time, they left at the same time, bring them back at the same time. It's gonna be crazy.
They weren't mad at Hunter. They were mad at Vince and Creative.
Yeah.
Because Triple H got a thing like Sasha. That's his baby. That's a daughter to him.
Oh wow.
So, that's like a daughter for real. So Bailey to win for the women's. The men, man, it's too much. The men, I don't know. I mean,
it's too much because one win, you got to throw a lot of them in the garbage. But go ahead.
Because here's the dark horse that I think I said something to you about. I don't think I did. Was at the gym the other day. Brock is showing up.
Oh really?
Yeah, because I think that's Gunther's Mania match.
That's why I'm saying Gunther's not gonna get the world title yet because he's got to fight Brock. Brock ain't never had the Intercontinental belt.
I don't think they're gonna put the Intercontinental belt on Brock. Well, maybe to say that he won the. Okay,
exactly.
I feel
keep
you.
It.
I feel you.
I think
they better not let him beat Gunther.
I think this is gonna be his last run, though. Just like this is AJ Styles' last run. That's why I was saying that AJ may win at Rumble, and then he lose it within a week or two, and then it goes to Randy. So, but the men's, just because of the writing right now, I think it'd be a good storytelling if Cody did win it. Only because
it's so predictable.
CM Punk they can't give it to CM Punk right now.
It's so predictable, bro. It's so predictable for Cody to win.
But that's why it would be.
I think his path to the title is going to be different than what we are drawing it out as far as him winning the Royal Rumble, because when Cody won the last Royal Rumble, didn't he?
Yep, San Antonio. Yep,
and it wasn't a big pop when he won.
No, it was a big pop. I was there. It was a big.
Oh well, you were there, so let me shut the hell up.
It was crazy.
Well, pardon the hell out of me for doing some shit I ain't never did and always wanted to do.
Hey man, it was a Christmas present. It was one of my favorite Christmas presents of all time. So, but no, it's he can win it because how else are they going to put if Randy gets the Universal title? Because that's the actual belt that Cody wants. That's the original WWE title.
Shit.
Yeah, that's the original WWE title right there. So if Randy does end up with it, how else would he get over to SmackDown? He can't just arbitrarily walk over there like, hey, I want to challenge you. So that's why I say that he may win the Rumble. And if he does win the Rumble, then somebody else going to have that belt.
Okay.
Somebody else gonna get
First of all, the world title looked like it came out of the Sugar Smacks box. I'm just saying.
Hey man, watch it now, man. I'm trying to get that belt.
You trying to get that more? Well, get a box of Sugar Smacks and pull them up.
You do know I know where you live at, right?
You sure do.
I keep telling you, I know where you live at.
Hey, Antonio Blunt said I wouldn't put it past The Rock coming in at 30 and challenging Roman. They don't have to do that to build that.
Antonio, he can't do it because The Rock don't need a belt. And the Roman doesn't need to be put over. That match is going to be strictly for box office numbers.
Yeah.
So
almost like Hogan and Rock was.
Yep. And
that match don't need you gonna draw money just because people want to see, damn, Roman has finally gotten over the hump, and now Rock come back, and these two are just as big right now in the wrestling world.
Yeah.
You don't need no belt to solidify that.
Nope.
So,
and I think that I heard that back with that Hogan, just go back to what you said about Hogan and Rock. I think I heard that Hogan was supposed to win that first one, but the way that the match was going, they changed the ending at the very end because Rock was supposed to be the heel. Rock was supposed to be the heel, but everybody. I mean, go back and watch that match. It's
No,
actually
Rock
still
was
good
supposed to be
watching.
the face.
No,
but
he was supposed to be the heel.
No. Rock was supposed to be the face, but folks started cheering for Hogan, and it turned in the middle of the match, and Rock started acting
Oh
heel.
yeah, you're right.
He started acting heel. That shit happened in the middle of that match.
Yeah.
And he went on the fly. He went on the fly.
Yeah. They were calling that shit throughout the whole match and stuff like that because of the way people started booing him. So he was just like, whatever. Yeah.
Oh, for sure,
right.
man.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
At 50 plus years old and cut like a granite, and don't nobody even give a damn because he on roids because you're too old to be that damn cut. So I'm just saying.
I follow him. I used to follow him on Instagram, but that dude, all he does is movies and workout. That's all he does. I mean, I'm not going to say that he doesn't or he hasn't in the past, but I ain't gonna tell him to his face.
Thomas,
about that.
Father Time is undefeated. If he ain't got no testosterone, kickles, or nothing in his system, I'll be shocked.
Oh, I'm pretty sure he got a lot of testosterone. You know, he probably injected shit.
That's where the Brahma bullshit comes from.
Yeah, because he went from a thin, scrawny wrestler to having muscles all of a sudden.
No, he really wasn't never thin and scrawny.
He wasn't scrawny, but he wasn't that. He wasn't that.
He was built like he was thick. That's what it was.
He was built like a thick Samoan woman.
Yeah, exactly. He was built like a thick woman, a small woman.
Thick Samoan woman.
But then we got with the Nation, he started to kind of slim up.
Okay, so here's a little tidbit. Before he got with the Nation, Rock actually went out and had surgery of some sort on his gut area.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can tell.
And he also had a little bit of something sucked out because you could tell because before he went, Rock ain't never had no 6-pack abs.
Yeah, he still ain't got them now.
Yeah, because he had some surgery around his stomach, and I believe it had something to do with man liposuction. Marinette said when a man can remove a damn steel gate from his hinges.
You ain't lying. You ain't lying.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry. Where did that? I'm missing something. What happened?
Oh, that nigga he is will to be strong. That motherfucker just
hell yeah. Rock strong.
He works out with those big giant chains on his neck.
Yes.
I mean, I ain't got time for that. I like working
out. I'm gonna tell you like
this.
this: how the hell the Rock is steady getting more and more swole, but everybody who graduated with the Rock, Stone Cold, and all them really showing
they're not doing nothing. You got to understand, just like with us. I mean, we talked about this a week or two ago. I think.
Negro, I'm hurting. I'm just gonna tell you that, but go ahead.
The more you work out, the better your body's going. The longer your body will last. Basically, Stone Cold ain't wrestling no more. Yeah. Ain't none of them cats wrestling no more. They started to work out. Yeah, but not like he used to when he was competing.
Okay,
he's not working out like that. Look at matter of fact. What's his name? Mr. Universe.
Olympia or Universe?
No, Mr. Olympia. That's
Please don't say Ronnie Coleman.
Yeah, Ronnie Coleman. Look at him. He don't.
Well, he had issues.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm just saying he stopped doing, and you have to understand when you get to a certain point.
He had to stop.
Oh well.
he had to stop.
Well, everybody that graduated with him, they're not competing or not doing anything. Rock is the only one that's still doing movies and stuff like that. So even though he's not wrestling, he's doing movies, so he has to keep that physique. He's got to keep that big giant monster physique that he has.
Well, who the hell he trying to play, the Thing?
No, I mean he's an action hero.
Yeah.
So is Batista, but Batista ain't that damn big no more.
Yeah, Batista. I don't know what's wrong with him.
Like somebody let the air out his ass, doesn't
it? Yeah, that motherfucker. Yeah,
the Rock is on something. I agree, Antonio Blunt, and it's okay because I ain't gonna lie. When I get older, I'm gonna be on all that shit, and I don't give a damn what y'all say.
I'm about to go buy me some when I get off this call. I'm about to go get me some goddamn steroids and some cocaine.
As bad as hard as it is when we be working out a sword. Me and Thomas J, look, always going a different direction. We be
that's right.
I'm hurting right now. Me and Thomas J be working out through injuries, like through old man injuries. Let me explain something to you, BGezy.
Yes, sir.
I'm talking about you went to sleep fine. You wake up, your elbow is fucked up. Me and him at
That
the
was me
gym,
last
like,
night.
hey man, you got some of that cream?
Yep.
Cause
You
this
got the
motherfucker
stuff.
right here. Well, what happened? I went to sleep. That's what happened.
Mm.
So we wake up with injuries at this age, and The Rock is about 7 years older than us.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Yeah, he's like somewhere in mid 50s. I want to
55.
say like
I'm gonna give him
54,
55.
55 or something like that. Yeah, he's like
Oh wow, and he looking like
He
that.
got the body.
Mhm.
He got the body of any great 30-year-old that you can
Yeah.
name.
That's what I'm going to get me some steroids. If anybody watching the show right now got some steroids, holla at me.
Yeah, if y'all got it, we want it. We want the juice. And I don't give a damn. I'm gonna be on this bitch like this. Hey, welcome to TMI News. These are shoulders. Welcome to
That's
TMI
amazing.
News. And
Oh,
wish
because I said
y'all
cocaine and
Steroids.
steroids. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
It's not a bad combination. You just got to be creative. You can't do them at the same time.
Okay.
Oh, no, BGezy. I'm sorry, Antonio Blunt. I'm not trying to lose that. That's the reason why I don't want the ones that the white boys be taking. I want the other ones. Yeah. I'm not trying to lose that. I will be 99 pounds before I lose that.
And
Okay.
I will throw you across the street like a paper airplane. Let's just hold your arms in, nigga. Hold your arms in.
Your skinny ass, but you sure know you good, boy. Mm-hmm. I ain't never been big. So before I leave this place, I'm gonna be a little big. I want somebody to say, damn, I want to work out like him. One time.
One time.
One
A
time.
night only.
And I'm on my way. I'm about 55 push-ups away from being going
I'm mad that
shirtless.
you got a number, nigga. I'm mad that you got a number.
From going shirtless. Hey, we about to kick off some fourth quarter news. BGezy got a hell of a fourth quarter news story. Let's go ahead and put that up, Miss Producer Director / Can You Be?
Hey, can you be? Hey, girl.
Like BNGB.
Pump
it,
Boy.
pump it.
Don't.
Get it.
Boy, don't you do that. Don't you do that. Okay, there we go.
CeeDee Lamb mom heads to Facebook for I think that's Fleury because something's blocking it. Take on Cowboys quarterback Dak and says Dak isn't it. And I'm sorry, Fury take on Cowboys quarterback Dak.
Fiery. We got you. We got you.
My bad. I got glasses. BG's read that again. Shit.
CeeDee Lamb's mom heads to Facebook for a fiery take on Cowboys QB. Dak isn't it.
What's going on, BG? Tell us what's going on, bro.
So here's the thing.
Boy.
You know, anytime your family start repeating something, it's probably something you said to them that you cannot say. You can't say it.
Forget you marrying that.
I'm gonna say, kid, this ain't happening. And she gonna say, oh, BG said, or no, this ain't, but I've already said it. So where CeeDee Lamb is his career, he tired. He want to win him a Super Bowl.
That boy young,
Cowboy fans. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, man. I'm saying that boy young.
So
he got time.
They won a Super Bowl bad in Dallas because they want to tell us about their 5 rings and this. But here's the thing. Now you got people like Detroit that's about to play to go to the Super Bowl, and they see this. He mad. He big mad. So he said to his mom, Mama, I don't want to play with him no more. I want to go over there and play with CJ Stroud. Because look how far he took his team. That game never took us there. So mom, as any loving mother does, she heads to social media and backs her son's play without her son having to take onus of what he said. That's where I think that came from, Tate.
Tom J.
He said a word. He said a whole goddamn word because, like he stated in the very beginning, his mama got that from something that he has said. He's been saying, whether it was this season, hell, last season, whatever the case may be. They don't respect Dak. They like Dak, but they don't respect that. Y'all remember, was it at the beginning of the season, they was showing them that practice And he got into it with one of the wide receivers. I can't remember who it was. He was telling him to shut up and all the other stuff. I'm like, yo, what kind of bullshit is this? But they don't respect him. They like him. But CD, even though CD Mama said something, it's still gonna fall on him because you're the player. That's just your mama. Now, your mama should have known better because this ain't high school ball no more. You can't go on social media and talk crap about the organization that pays your child. You got to watch your mouth. That's just like when remember what's his name? Mahomes had to tell his wife to stop acting up in the goddamn stands because she was drawing too much attention, doing ratchet shit. Same thing with CD.
What doing in the stands?
Oh, she was acting a whole donkey at the beginning of the season when they was losing and shit like that. But she was just she was being drunk, basically. That's what she was doing. She was acting like a drunk person.
Okay.
So, but she was doing too much that it was drawing the attention of the media and stuff like, oh, what's she over there doing? So, although CD didn't say it, his mama said it. So he's still, by default, he is responsible for what she's saying.
Family talking to the press didn't work for Vince Young, mom.
Man,
didn't work for Glenn Rice's wife.
Say that.
Let me say this. Let me say this, but I'm gonna hold my mule because I want another guest to come in the building and also state what they feel going on with this fourth quarter news story. None other than the notorious Ty Foard.
Oh, the TY.
What up, Ty?
What's that, Mr. Foard?
Mr. Foard, what's going on, my boy?
What's going on?
So
he repping them Broncos, boy.
Yeah, for real. He rocking it. He representing hard. You should have like a couch on that motherfucker head too, right? Never mind. I'm just fucking. But here's the thing. My shit got goddamn XFL on the Bears hat. But
you know what? Hey,
anyway,
fucking team alone, bro.
Ty, we are talking about what CeeDee Lamb's mom allegedly said on Facebook.
Ain't allegedly, she said it.
Right. And basically they saying Dak isn't it. What is your opinion of the actions of his mom as well as the statement that was made?
I mean, she's a fan. She's a fan. And it's to be expected. There are times when we would like for our family to, especially when it comes to our business, we would like for our family to, I hate to use the word respect, but that's what it is, to respect what we do to the point where they kind of got to, stay media neutral, but depending on who that person is, and in a lot of people situation, mama gonna do what mama want to do. Especially especially if that's her in real life. If if your mama is reserved in real life, then it's probably gonna work that way when it comes to you publicly. But if your mama is say what she gonna say and do what she do in real life, then in situations like this, when it get passionate, then it's almost to be expected. After that kind of loss, CD was getting some of the blame because we saw his demeanor in that game. And so, yeah, you can say what you want to say about Dak, but CD, that first quarter or that first half, definitely the first quarter, he didn't look like he wanted to be out there. And so that's mama coming to the rescue to say, wait a minute, it's not my son's fault. It's this joker's, fault. So it's unfortunate that someone's parents gets involved and because they're not part of the sport, but again, it's sports and it's gonna happen. And trust me, I know it happens more often than this. It's just that one, it is the Cowboys, so anything that's Cowboy related is gonna get highlighted. And again, that's probably one of their most embarrassing losses for a team that was riding a big wave. You know, you got
that's the one. That was the one.
Yeah,
Yep.
the 9 just that same week, you announced that they had 9 all-pro players, and then you go out there and lay an egg the same week.
Yep. That's why I hate them damn companies. They also was like, oh, they've been undefeated. They won 16 games straight at home. And whenever they say stuff like that,
And that 17th was a bitch, wasn't it?
It come back and bite you in the ass. It really does, man.
So let me go off a little bit on this, because in my opinion, what CeeDee Lamb mama did was some whole shit. And the reason why I say that is because of what Thomas J as well as BGezy said. BGezy mentioned that 9 times out of 10 it was something that oh, that's nice. That my wife gonna come in here in the middle of a show and show me something. Okay. Anyway,
keep that nasty shit at the house.
We live, right? Like, yeah.
Keep that freaking shit till after the show. Don't be doing
that.
Nah,
damn that. We come here. Damn, since you want to interrupt. No, you know what? Yeah, fuck that. Come here. Yeah. The newest collection of
MrTMI
is what she's rocking right now. So okay, anyway, go on. Now lost my damn train of thought, y'all. Y'all know what I'm now anyway. Now let me start over. CeeDee Lamb mama should have knew better than to go on social media and repeat some shit that he told her 9 times out of 10 in private. Do y'all know how fired all our black asses would be if our significant other or parents or somebody in our household go and repeat the shit we say when we get home from work back to the folks or put it on social media? Do y'all know where we would be? Unemployed like a mother. Every last one of us. Sorry. Every last one of us. Unemployed.
Hold on. Okay, so maybe I missed that part of the story. So he just said what he said, or that was just her talking?
No. This is allegedly what BGezy feel happened.
Oh, okay.
BGezy feel like allegedly he went home and he said, "Man, Dak little puts we ain't shit, man. We ain't gonna win with this motherfucker." And then his mama went Dak just ain't it. You know how folks want to do.
Yeah.
So if it went down like that, that was some whole shit. Because I would be mad as hell if I was CeeDee Lamb. It's almost like in our individual lives, if I just finished talking to you and then I go on Facebook and I just so happen to see a post that's talking about the same shit I just talked to you about.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Damn, that was between us. So in saying that, if she did that, I'm calling it some whole shit. BGezy. Also, Thomas J mentioned something. I'm trying to remember what you mentioned, bro, that I wanted to hit on. But anyway, I'm gonna keep going and say this. In my opinion, why we got to do it to us? It rarely happens where it's a white quarterback at the helm that you get people talking shit like that. Like, even if they don't agree with what the white quarterback is doing, they're never gonna go to a degree in which the comfort level in which they'll go to if he was black. Like on the real, I know T.O. had his tiffs with a bunch of quarterbacks that was not black outside of the Donovan McNabb situation. But what do you know him for? The Donovan McNabb situation. That's the one that stands out the most.
Yeah.
When he was crying about Romo, like, this is my quarterback.
Look at that shit though. It's Donovan. I'll beat your ass, Donovan. But it's my quarterback. Come on, man.
Conditioned.
Like on the real, Dak could have played better, but so could the entire goddamn team.
Gotta blame somebody, Tate.
Well, here's the thing.
You gotta blame somebody. When the team lose, if it ain't the coach, who you gonna blame?
But see, that's the problem.
Dak.
Instead of fixing the issues from within, you want to point the finger. Well, it wasn't me. CeeDee Lamb, you didn't do shit either.
Right.
Well, here's the thing. This is what I've noticed just watching the Cowboys. Like, I don't have a problem with them. I just like fucking with their fans because they are obnoxious.
Yeah, that part.
But what I did notice about Dak is that if he throws a interception or two, he's done mentally. If you looked at that game and you watched it, after that second interception, every time the camera went to him, he was looking like he wasn't looking at the game anymore. He was like sitting there in thought and stuff like that. You can't.
You know what he was thinking about? You know what he was thinking about? Shit, they gonna blame me for this.
You can't think about that. That ain't the time to do that.
Blame me for this. Oh, I bet, man, I'm gonna go now. Instead of playing football, now he out there just simply trying not to make mistakes.
Exactly.
And that's the hardest game in the world to play.
Exactly.
Look at the head that wear the crown.
It's the pressure of them calling for your job every bad game. Not every year, every bad game.
That's these Dallas fans, though, man. They really.
Remember when Dak went out hurt, and then they brought in the white boy, right? And I guess he won a game or did well in that game or whatever.
Yeah.
And they said we need to throw Dak in the garbage. And then the white boy started doing the same shit that Dak was doing.
Uh-huh.
It's like, okay, at what point though y'all say it wasn't him? We got the same issue, Thomas J, with the Bears.
I mean, this ain't about us.
Where Justin Fields was in there, and they felt like he was screwing up, not holding the ball too long, not throwing all that. And then they brought in, he got hurt. They brought in white quarterback. White quarterback get in there, have half of a good game.
Yep, he won a game, and then after that, he was a great white hope. He was a great white hope, and they were like, "Yeah, we got forget Justin. Justin ain't this, that, and the other." And he went in there.
All of a sudden, that pocket started collapsing just as fast as when Justin be back there, and they saw that it ain't Justin's fault. I'm gonna still sit here and say it wasn't Dak's fault. It ain't all his fault.
It's not all his fault. But Tate, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
So we watching the season as it comes to an end. Dak Prescott, MVP candidate, right?
Nope.
That's what they were saying. He was getting all the credit for when they was rocking and rolling. So shouldn't you take some of that blame when you don't rock and roll?
I'm okay with some blame, but I'm not okay with throwing the whole damn load on one person.
Well, you're
the captain, though. You're the team captain.
When you're in that position, it's just like my Broncos back in the day. It always came down to when they was losing those Super Bowls. It always came down to John Elway.
Yeah.
And the thing about it was, the crazy thing about that, unless you was a Bronco fan, most people, the average fan, couldn't name anybody else on those Broncos teams.
That is
our best linebacker during those years was named Carl Mecklenburg. Only real football players know who he is, but he was the best. He was our leader on defense in a lot of those years when they lost, outside of Steve Atwater.
Atwater, yeah, I was gonna say Atwater.
But
hey, by the way, I used to love Atwater, but go ahead.
Yeah,
but anyway.
Yeah, nobody knows.
What?
Huh?
I remember them from Tecmo Bowl, but go ahead.
Oh, okay. I thought you said something foul. I was finna kick your ass off the damn. No, I'm just playing. Go ahead. My fault, time.
So when you take a team and basically, because I always felt that way. That's why I didn't like that they lost those Super Bowls when I was young, but I always realized that Elway pretty much willed us to a lot of those Super Bowls, and we were not the best team. So it showed the team, when the team unit doesn't come together and play as a team, then whoever the leader is gonna take the rap for it. It's just like Iverson took his team to the finals. Who played on that team? Real basketball fans know, but
hey, Mutombo was on that team. Y'all gonna stop fronting on that squad.
Eric Snow was on that team.
First of all,
Eric Snow weighed 400 pounds now. But anyway,
between Mutombo and Eric Snow, they averaged 5 points each. I mean, together.
5.5 blocks.
Man, and look, in that series, that was so embarrassing when they was playing the Lakers. When they would put Iverson on, Iverson would go to the bench for 1 minute. They couldn't score a single point when he was on the bench. That was so embarrassing. That team made it to the finals. That showed you how how much credit Iverson deserved. But when it came down to that team didn't win, guess who got the blame?
Iverson.
Because he got the credit when they got there. He got the credit. So if you're gonna take the credit, got to take the blame, right?
Yep.
This is off the record. This is off something different. I met Mutombo before, and when I walked up on him, dog, the only thing I could do was start laughing, and he started laughing too. I was laughing at the fact that this motherfucker looked like Jurassic Park. When they said no man flies in the house of Mutombo, y'all don't understand how tall this son of a bitch was. And I'm like, anybody who ever dunked on that dude, they get my full credit, respect, and all that. Cause that dude, man, I swear to God, it looked like he could just reach down and pick us up like this, like and just move us like this.
He could,
dude. So I'm gonna say, and I know they had big old Shaq, but Mutombo wasn't no punk.
No, but Shaq used his body, man. You got to understand. People always talk about, Shaq being dominant. Shaq was dominant because he was solid. I mean, he was big, solid dude, man. He wasn't even backing folks down. I mean, he'll back you down, but he's finna turn and dunk on you. So you got one or two things: either fall back or get posterized, because he's finna turn around and his big ass finna dunk on you. I mean, that's pretty much what it is. So
I think the next show should be the dominance of Shaq. We'll think about that one, but we're gonna go ahead and end this one, man, because this has been hot. But before we end it, you got to give us your quick Rumble predictions, bro.
I was about to say that too.
Man, I don't even know all the matches. Now that I'm thinking,
just give us who you think gonna win the Rumble, who you think you're gonna win the Fatal 4-Way main event. Fatal 4-Way main event is LA Knight, Randy Orton, Roman Reigns, and AJ Styles. Who you think gonna win that one?
So, bro, if I can cheat and do two scenarios.
Yep, I did.
Okay. Tom 8 scenario. But go ahead.
So to me, this all depends on what kind of deal Vince and The Rock made. If The Rock is gonna be at WrestleMania to take the belt at WrestleMania, then of course Roman is gonna win the Fatal 4. If Rock is gonna be there just to face Roman Reigns, then there is a strong possibility that at the Rumble they're gonna take the belt off of Roman, which that's the only way that, to me, the only way that happens is they have screwed up that it's gonna be Rock and Roman at Mania, but they don't want Rock to have the belt.
What is the benefit of The Rock winning the belt, though? Because I don't see one.
That's what I'm saying. Because they got to have a deal, because you win the belt. Now that means you have to be here at least for, what is it? 2
days based on Brock Lesnar contract.
Wow, yeah, that's disrespectful.
No, what's the pay-per-view right after Backlash?
Yep.
Backlash, yeah.
So at Backlash, you drop it. So he has to be there at least to Backlash, which again, that to me, that's all on Rock's terms. Are you gonna put in that time? He ain't got to wrestle between WrestleMania and Backlash. He just needs to make appearances. Could they do that? Yeah. The only problem that I have with that theory is I don't think they're gonna let Roman drop the belt at SummerSlam. So it doesn't make sense. So my other prediction will be crazy of who wins the Rumble, because I don't see anybody. Whoever wins it is going to be the person that challenges Seth for his title. Is not going to be challenging Roman. So when I say this is really gonna throw y'all, because the winner of the Rumble is not gonna challenge Roman. It has to be somebody who is not going after Roman right now, and that will be Mr. Number 30 in the Rumble, Maxwell Jacob.
Boy, you know what? Man, look, if that dude show up, I swear for
MJF.
practice.
Hey, that's a hell of a twist. That's a hell of a twist. I think MJF is gonna show up more than likely the Monday Night Raw after Rumble. That's just my opinion. I think because I don't see a place for him at the Rumble.
Well, so the reason why I think that they have to, whoever wins the Rumble has to go after Seth. Because otherwise The Rock is in this conclusion. So unless you bring in a Rock in to win Rumble, which they don't have to do that.
Yeah, it don't make no sense. Yeah.
They don't have to do that. So you have to have someone who is gonna go after Seth. And there's only one person that really has a legitimate beef with Seth. And it's not Cody Rhodes. If they do Cody, that's just forced. Is CM Punk. So if CM Punk wins it, then he's gonna go after Seth, which sets Roman up for sets him up. But anybody else, Drew McIntyre, any of them other guys win and they don't go after Roman, is BS. So we know the winner of the Royal Rumble is not going after Roman. That's for sure. So you got to look at who's gonna go after Seth. CM Punk, maybe Cody. That's gonna be a weak match to me. Seth and Cody, that's a weak match. That's hard to build. You might as well just make Seth get hurt and drop the belt and make CM Punk and Cody fight at Mania for the belt.
I have one more scenario.
Go for it.
Again, like I stated earlier, Seth ain't gonna make it to WrestleMania. So he's probably gonna get jumped by Imperium, which is gonna completely take him out. And like Ty stated, the Rock already signed the contract, so that's done. I saw that a couple of weeks ago. He already signed his contract, so he'll be there for Mania. But if Seth gets hurt, now they can make it to whereas the winner of the Royal Rumble is the new heavyweight champion.
I got a plot twist. My plot twist, and this is my prediction for Rumble, is that
Oscar's gonna come out there and spit in everybody's face.
Right, all right. Nasty ass bastard. I'll slap the hell out of Oscar for that. Hey,
spit on me, just not in my face.
Anyway, you want that green shit on you? Never mind. That's a whole other side of freaky there, boy.
Spitting Kool-Aid on me, bitch.
Hey, you want her to put that apple now later juice on you? Hey, so this is what I'm gonna say. My prediction is that Damian Sandow will cash in the Money in the Bank. I mean, I'm sorry, shit. Why I say Damian Sandow? Because y'all ass. Damian Priest will cash in Money in the Bank.
Oh shit!
At the Rumble, because he got to get rid of that. He's been carrying that shit too long.
Yeah, because Money in the Bank coming back around in a minute.
He's gonna cash in at Rumble. Also, here's a plot twist. CM Punk is gonna cost Seth the championship, and that's gonna set up their match for Mania.
Damn.
Okay.
Because CM Punk gotta be healed. He gotta be healed. Stop trying to force the face CM Punk. He's a heel.
Yeah, his face.
So in saying that, we about to wrap the show up, man. Hey, look, we done our thing, man. BGezy, welcome to the squad. Welcome to the squad, brother.
Gang.
Man, you brought that fire tonight. None other than my guest, comedian Thomas J. NCWO brother. And none other than
predictions for the championship games.
Wait, run that back.
Did y'all do predictions for the championship games? I missed that.
Yeah, that was like an hour ago.
Now, who y'all pick?
I didn't pick
him.
Well, they picked him.
Since you want to run it, BGezy, who was your prediction?
The logo, the Ravens and the 49ers. That's what they got the color set as. So that's what I'm going.
Thomas J, you wasn't here, but what's your prediction?
I'm gonna probably go with the Ravens and the Detroit.
Now, I also said the Ravens and Detroit Lions because they gotta stir the pot a little bit. They can't let them uniform predictions happen.
Yeah.
So I said as well, Ravens and Detroit. Who you got, Ty?
My heart wants Detroit in there. Until they beat the 49ers, it's gonna be hard for me to go against the 49ers.
Them boys hungry though. Them boys is hungry.
Yeah, I want. Hey, that's home for me. I want them to win.
Quick question: where they playing?
They in San Fran.
Okay.
Yeah,
Detroit can do that. Go ahead.
Yeah, they playing in San Fran. Debo is up in the air, so I don't know if they announced that he's gonna play yet. But yeah, on the other side, I think Lamar is hungry.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, for sure.
With that defense, I think they ready to hold that title.
Mm.
And he
so
get his money.
The Ravens and who?
The Ravens and the Lions.
I said Ravens and Lions as well, but I got Ravens holding up that trophy at the end of the day with Lamar as the MVP. I also went into a even bolder prediction and said that the Lions are going to win by a field goal, which is going to now either they're going to win from a missed field goal or they're going to win from a made field goal on their behalf. That's my prediction.
Shit. Okay.
So let's see. Put the house on that, and then if it don't happen, y'all can cry like that Bills fan was crying. With his punk ass. He can never step into another male environment again.
He played himself.
Hey, so before we go, because I'm not the only Bears fan that's picking Detroit. My boy said you're in violation. You're on violation. How you gonna pick the Lions as a Bears fan? Because, bro, I gotta pick shit. They close to the house. You gotta pick the closest to the house. San Fran, KC, Mr. Blunt says San Francisco versus KC. KC sneaky, man. They scary, dog. They scary.
Nah, I think against that defense, them wide receivers for KC gonna get exposed.
Okay. Okay. Hey, but we will see. So y'all make sure, because we're going to see what this shit happens this weekend. So we'll be back on TMI News with the Super Bowl teams. So for everybody out there, man, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also, man, I got to put it out there. MrTMI this Friday night at the premiere of the movie Creep. I am your host for the evening. So, man, if you have not gotten your tickets, it's at the Look Theater in Dallas. Make sure that you get your tickets for that. Now, in saying all of that, I speak on behalf of my co-host who disappeared, but that's okay because I know that the internet is a little weak out there in the ATL, as well as Mr. Thomas J, comedian Thomas J, and Mr. Ty Foard. We are out of here, y'all. Deuces. We'll holla.
Man, I got a bunch of ants in my